episode 2 of the Long Story Short podcast. We have our hosts,
I'm Jack, your host.
and this is Tyler.
Your other host.
God, where to start?
Currently, we're on the beach. So we're at West Palm Beach.
We are. Sorry, I don't know how loud that was, but we are on West Palm Beach. And quite frankly, we had to find a kind of discreet place.
I know it looks pretty nice though, right?
I
It looks
just
like
realized there's coconuts on the actual palm
real
trees.
coconuts. This is real, by the way. This isn't even like fake. This is real.
We found some random path. Okay, actually, let me explain the whole idea. So, Jack walks up and he's like, "Hey, we gotta find some area near the dunes to record." And now this was yesterday, Sunday now. And he goes ahead and he's like, "Let's go find something." So I tell my dad we're gonna go find something, and we walk around for maybe like 2 or 3 minutes, and we found this little cove. And this little cove is kind of cool because there's palm trees, coconuts. There's people that, now you guys can't see it, but walking by this direction because it's an entry onto the beach. And so it's kind of funny. It's also going to be really funny if someone walks by in this footpath because you guys will get to see their legs or something.
Anyways, this is the spot we came to.
See how cool this little nut is?
Anyways, this place is pretty cool. We're gonna go a little bit on about the beach. In fact, I'm gonna at least talk real quick. We're gonna get to what just happened and tell them about it.
Okay,
Like,
after
after we talk about the beach, because I'm just gonna go off and
Oh,
say.
wait, real quick, before, the hats.
I'm not wearing a sun hat,
But he is wearing the hat from the other episode.
I am wearing the other episode's hat. So, anyways, me personally, I love the beach, right? Like, the beach is probably one of my favorite places, at least for the vibe of it, because just the beach is great, like literally great. And me and him both love the beach. I probably like it more than him, and we've talked about this a lot,
That is true.
because, you know, like, I guess you give your take on the beach, and I'll go off of that, but
Not sponsored by Coca-Cola. Anyways, so the way I look at the beach is I've lived here for 17 years, and I do love it. There's some sort of awesomeness behind it, and it's awesomeness behind it. It's cool. It's just ongoing water, and I think it's really cool no matter how long you live here. And it's cool to me that there's different beaches, different events. You're never gonna get the same beach day. That is a true statement. You're never gonna get the same beach day, and I think it's really cool for that. It's just for me. I've been to the beach so many times, and I've had vacations enough times to where I enjoy maybe going to the mountains more, going to some random national parks that don't involve the beach. But we're gonna talk about it together. But this beach is, me and him have talked about this, probably like the best beach we've ever been to, based off
Stellar.
of
the beach itself. Specifically.
it's
Like,
awesome.
I guess we'll talk about the beach itself. This beach, West Palm Beach, I guess is what it is. It's
It
a
is.
random island. I don't know the exact location, but there's like rocks and stuff in the water, like on the shore, like really cool rocks, like intercoastal rocks. Like there was sea urchins literally in the rocks, and we like jumped off in it. It's like over 6 feet deep, like the water couldn't even touch the floor.
2 days ago, they got kicked out of the area because there's hammerheads and bull sharks running around.
Like that's crazy. And so we're gonna have to get goggles and go check it out.
Probably tomorrow.
Yeah. And I don't know if we're gonna record any of that. Probably, unless we don't bring our phone.
Yeah.
But we will probably talk about it.
That's, yeah, and it was
That's a
just,
guarantee.
it was awesome. I mean, and then you went further down, and there was limestone. At least I'm pretty sure, and it was just like
Just
these
weathered
little
down.
yeah,
And it
weathered
was
down
like
limestone.
smooth, but like you could tell like the waves had been crashing on it. It looked crazy.
And there was not oysters. What are they?
little lipids. What do you think?
The ones that the little really sharp ones that if you step on.
That urchin. I already told him. Sea urchin.
No, the
Sea
other
urchin.
one.
Wait, what do you mean?
The one that's on whales.
Oh, a barnacle.
Barnacle.
Yeah,
They were
barnacles.
barnacles. It was really cool, honestly. It was really awesome. And then we literally crawled through and under some little rock formation because there was enough space, and the waves were hitting us as we did this. It was just really cool. We'll definitely
we
have to.
talked to some guy there. I don't know what he said. What did he say? He's like been to Thailand or something.
Yeah, and the urchins were massive over there.
That was scaring me. Like we need to get water shoes and go out there because
For sure. Goggles.
at least flip flops.
We told my dad about it. He's big into stuff like that, so we're definitely gonna have some fun. For sure.
This place, by the way, it's pretty nice. You know, it's what you'd expect, kind of. It's Seven Nation Army going on in the background.
In the background.
Keep going. Oh,
You're gonna keep going. I'm gonna go check the camera. Keep going.
we're doing this still.
We're
We need to
still
get a
doing
mirror, especially not in the beach.
Mirror, mirror
But yeah,
on the
no,
wall.
The place is pretty nice. Pool's pretty good. There's a hot tub. Always a plus. Oh my God, you're analyzing. What happened over there?
It was just really dark because we're out in the sun, and I had to make sure that we were good. By the way, guys, we are in the sun,
Yeah, we are literally we're actually directly
in the
sun.
beat of the sun.
Like directly.
Like this.
I mean,
if we didn't have hats, I'm not even
yeah,
lying.
like I bet you our faces are super shaded, but like if I move my hat off my head, you could see
Notice how the only thing that really got burnt today on us are our
the hat
faces.
hair. You know.
Okay. But we'll definitely have to keep talking about the beach, but we got some stories to tell. First off, I hope there's an aesthetic with our flip-flops. It's fun. Now, you might be wondering to yourself, wow, Tyler and Jack, why are your models that you can't actually, I realize they can't realize this, but they have condensation on them, which can mean one thing, that they were cold.
They were cold at some point.
At
That's
some
what you
point.
realized.
Recently.
That's what you just realized.
Now, maybe should we walk up and show? No, you just have to trust.
You
us.
you trust us and you
Now,
that they're condensated.
we're probably gonna have to put the photo in, but let's just say
That's true. The photo will be going in.
we met this lady Kim. Okay. Now,
Oh, let me start out.
you can.
We come out here to check the atmosphere, let's say,
ambience.
just to see when we should record. Okay, that was like an error.
I think
Anyway.
Kim can do that.
So we checked the ambience. We're like, all right, sun's pretty good. Maybe we'll go up to the room, set whatever we have to set down, or get the mics or something. I don't know. And you know, we're walking out, and there's this lady Kim. We didn't know her name was Kim. No
we
idea. who
also
this lady
didn't know she was here.
We didn't know she was 55, but this lady stopped us and she's like, "Hey," and we're like, "Hello." Like it was like really random because we were like confused why she was even talking to us. But she was like, "Where can I get a cigarette?" And so we were thinking, and we were like, "Where did she get a cigarette?" And our first thought was 7-Eleven, which we had walked to the night previously, and it's over yonder. There's a little like shopping plaza.
There's a bunch of like
in the area.
restaurants.
But it's kind of the only one in the area. And there's a 7-Eleven out. So we take Kim to the 7-Eleven. And this trip we took, Tyler did most of the talking.
I did. I
As some of
rizzed Kim up.
not really. We didn't rizz up Kim, but we did escort her to the 7-Eleven, and it was very funny. They were talking about New York. So apparently, you know, Kim's from New York or whatever.
From
But-
the Rochester area. My mom's also originally from the Rochester area.
So it was related. Anyways, when we got to 7-Eleven, we walked in, and Kim was like, you know, let me get you guys some drinks. Because, you know, we had escorted her.
Yeah,
And,
like
you know,
like a whole couple blocks.
yes, it was pretty far. And so I got...
Oh, we forgot to mention, she was drunk. So this was actually really fun.
That's true. Don't tell anyone that Kim was drunk. But we were there for Kim. We got her
Don't
there.
post that.
Yeah.
Kim told us not to.
Kim told us no social media. You don't have to know who Kim is, but just know Kim was there. And she got us her drinks. Pretty fire. We walked Kim back, said bye. She's staying at the same hotel, if you can know that, you got your brain. And yeah, Kim was pretty cool. Oh, another thing, by the way, about the beach that I somehow didn't mention is that the water's like super clear. Like,
Oh, okay. Unbelievable. Clearly Clearwater.
Yeah.
And if you've ever been to Clearwater, you know that that's hella.
Yeah.
Oh.
Anyway, beach is cool. Beach has been pretty fun, as you can tell from the stories. Overall, so far so good. Today, in fact, is Father's Day.
Ooh, it
When
is
we're
Father's Day.
recording.
Told her dad's.
I'm not with my dad right now because I'm with his family, and so that's kind of unfortunate.
That is
I had to miss
unfortunate.
Father's Day. And
Wait, did you guys do anything on Friday?
I mean, we did, but we were supposed to do something today, and I feel bad because I love my dad. Shout out to my dad.
Shout out to Jay Griff. I love
Jay
that man.
And yes, unfortunately, I could not be with him today. But I told him Happy Father's Day. Got him a gift on Friday.
What did you get?
I got him some shirts, water shirts.
Oh, yes, I do.
Yeah.
Guys, it's hot.
It is hot.
Really
I could actually
hot.
use one of those water shirts right now because I might
have to tan like my thighs or something. We're definitely might get a little burnt, but
We by the end of this, by the way, there may be a giant hole where our feet are because we're just gonna start digging slowly, like gophers.
yeah, literally. I made sure to put in deodorant before. I don't know about you.
I did this morning or last week. I heard that's better for you. Do you guys know anything about that?
Really?
Like to put it
Heard of
on,
that?
like you shower, then you put on deodorant, then you go to bed. And I don't know why, but I think it's something to do with that. Stays on overnight and then it like solidifies.
Really?
Yeah, because like if you put it on right before you sweat, it's just kind of like come on. I just sweat. What'd you find?
The shell. Oh,
That's kind of
it's
embarrassing.
embarrassing. Guys, we didn't mention this. The shells on this beach have been
Stellar.
I've never seen so many. To understand, the sand we're digging in right now is more shell than sand.
Yeah, the sand right here.
Like seriously, it's
It's great.
broken shells, and the whole there was so many shells.
The drop off into the ocean too, like the sand's super soft the whole way down, and the drop off is like crazy.
There was so many.
I was gonna stand up myself.
Well, I'm just dusting myself.
Well, I was gonna like walk them around, like just for like the time, like just to like.
Okay. Yeah.
Hopefully the wind guards help us by that.
It just got windy. We were sitting and it wasn't too windy.
It doesn't matter what we're doing on the phone. I hope we're still in France. We are. Like, I just found an entire place. Like, as you can tell, we're we're a little crazy like that.
Yeah. Hey, now I don't know if we can. I hope we can still see it, but
They can
understand what I mean about the showers.
He's gonna find you a shell.
We are
Meanwhile.
probably the block.
Ooh, that
Maybe
hurt.
blocking some change away.
Hold on, there's some like stinging metal.
Maybe like
Oh my god.
a block or two away from the water. And look at the quality of the shell I just found. White. Completely nice and beautiful. Look at this.
It hurts more the more I stand here.
It's cool.
Here.
We're gonna check.
God, that
make
hurts so
sure.
bad. Look, a whole coconut. Isn't that crazy?
Also, guys, we realized that now we only have one episode, but this is kind of like beach edition. So
This is kind of beachy.
we're kind of walking around, being a little bit more like less. I mean, there's definitely gonna be some stories like last time, but I'm not sure. Me and him are excited that we're actually just sitting here,
Yeah, it is.
not in a bedroom.
It is kind of fun.
But we
It's
definitely
still-
can talk about this.
We've talked about structuring it a bit more, the podcast.
Yeah.
And as you can tell, we are actually doing an awful job at that right now. But
That's
you'll
true.
see whenever we switch into our segments. We got things planned for this podcast. Because right now, this is just one thing of many things that will happen here.
Yeah.
Is us sitting here, getting stung by things. That actually hurts so bad.
Also, the goal is, I think, maybe it's not a goal, but it's probably something that's in the boundary. Ooh, excuse me, sorry. Is that this episode's probably gonna be a little bit longer than the last one? Maybe
might-
not a little bit. It might be like an hour and a half. We don't really know.
we got him some more phone storage. Because if you couldn't tell, we're still on the phone grind. Because
For now.
for now.
Somehow ended up having 18 gigabytes of free storage, and the way I'm looking at this is we're gonna
it's a sign.
get the 4 gigabytes because it's gonna be more than 4. It's probably gonna be like 5. So we're probably gonna be like, I'm gonna be at like 113, and then we gotta edit, process it, and I'm gonna have enough storage to do all that, and then delete it, and then be back down. But I was explaining to him that once I go on my trip over the 3 weeks, it's gonna be, it is gonna be.
What, we're going to have to pre-record it?
No. It's just that I'm gonna get more storage from that trip because I'm gonna take a lot of pictures and photos, that I just hope that I'm going to end up having enough to keep doing our process until we get like cameras and proper equipment to at least record.
Yeah,
Well, and
we're-
better mics. As much as we do love these little cuties.
We're working hard out here, guys. You know.
We are.
But right now we're kind of, even though we're on our vacation, we're still working hard. You know.
We are.
That's what you gotta remember. You know, it was funny. Last night we were walking, and he kept talking about Apocalypse Now. Right? If you've ever
Why do you
seen
think we started
Apocalypse
with
Now,
Apocalypse Now?
you know it's a good movie, probably.
It's
I
great.
don't because I've never seen it.
One of the best.
And so he was talking about showing it to me. And
Sand in my pants.
well, that's what I'm talking about.
Keep going.
Yeah, no, I haven't seen Apocalypse Now, and he's talking how great it is. We get back to the room, and there's quite literally no way to watch, rent, or buy this movie. It's quite literally just.
If you go to Amazon or iTunes where it says you can, they're unavailable.
Yeah, quite literally. And we just couldn't watch it, so it was kind of unfortunate. But we did try to watch Shawshank Redemption, which I haven't.
310 to Yuma.
Oh, you're right. Sorry, I was thinking of.
And he
it
fell
being a
asleep, so we'll
Western,
probably have
so-
to finish it tonight.
Like I was thinking of it being a Western, and then I thought of Red Dead Redemption, and then I said that. Shawshank Redemption is a banger.
The IMDb has it ranked as the #1 movie of all time. If you've never seen it,
It's not a Western,
go check it out.
but
It's got Morgan Freeman, and his voiceovers are something to cream over,
as the kids are saying,
as a kid's saying.
don't ask your parents.
Don't ask them, please.
Anyways, we couldn't watch it, and it was unfortunate. But we did try to watch 310 to Yuma, and I fell asleep.
But we're gonna finish it.
I was very tired. I went to bed last night, or the night previous, I guess, at 5 and woke up at 8 because I was talking to him.
Yeah, we stayed up till what crack?
Quite literally.
I really do hope that they're working.
The mics.
No, not the mics, but the wind guard.
Like,
I mean, there hasn't been like an abusive
Yeah.
amount of wind.
dude, it's been like raining just in spurts, crazy, like hurricane force winds just out of nowhere, and then just like kind of stuff.
Like,
if
you wouldn't believe it,
yeah,
but
you
like
wouldn't
when
be
we
able to
started
tell.
recording, like 45 minutes before, we got
Yeah.
kicked out of the pool.
wouldn't be able to tell, but it had literally been storming out here. Well, I mean, it was
I actually, I'm drawing a blank.
the heat is killing this man. He's actually not able to stand it. I don't think. I think he's in a holy. What is that?
Sweat. It's
Jesus.
pretty hot out here, but
I don't sweat that much. He's profuse sweater.
that is
It's
very
actually-
true. Like
it's
I
quite the
profusely sweat. Like I'm sweating all the time.
All of his white shirts have armpits.
Oh, I just thought
And it's not even his fault, you know.
we're not too bad right now. Actually.
That's a new.
Not too bad. So, new thing. This morning we wake up and I was like, "Hey, Dad, can we go take the truck to drive? Just go see what's up around this place." He says it's fine. So we've learned from asking some locals that we're on an island that's pretty outside of the thing that we talked about, the little food place. It's literally nothing.
Plaza. Yeah.
Plaza. So we drive back over the bridge and we go to this Publix. This Publix is a very, very small
Hey,
one.
if you know if you know Publix, then you're a real one.
Oh, that's true. In case you don't know, it is a grocery store that dominates Florida. It's the only place you buy your groceries from. And oh, somebody's looking at us. At least I think they looked at us. I think she's sick. Anyways, if we're in her post. Oh, she totally is. No, I think she's recording the tree. Anyways, guys.
She's just recording a tree over there. Weirdo. What is she doing?
Wait, what actually is she doing? I can't tell if she's like 18 or 12.
She's like recording the trees. And then she's like recording the blue sky that has nothing.
Guys, but she's recording like an already located tree.
You good, bro? Are you doing good?
This is funny. Yeah, I mean, you kind of messed me up there. Anyways, so back to it. And it only had 9 aisles. You could literally see both ends of the store in the same view.
Yeah, it was a small.
super
Publix.
small.
But,
But
they had the cart.
The whole
escalator.
reason I brought it up was because the cart escalator. So since the parking garage was above it and you parked there, literally, you put your cart and just lock it in, and it scoots it up the escalator as you go up. It was really awesome. I've never seen it ever. It was cool. It was really cool. The drive here, by the way, was only 3 hours. Pretty short. We listened to some albums. We can talk about music.
We could talk about that. We could talk about some music.
We can
and
talk
this
about some
isn't even music section, so whenever I get into that, we'll get into that. But
Oh, really?
yeah, because music section, I'm gonna talk about stuff that like relevant right now, just like the sports is relevant right now. You know. All right, Walter White's giving me the death
Yeah, no,
stare.
actually, realistically, though, guys, I don't know if there's any sports section in this episode, simply because baseball is the only thing that's going on.
No, there will be.
I mean, I could talk about a little bit of stuff that I could think of.
There will be. He'll talk about hockey. He'll talk about cricket. And
That's true. I will.
so we listened to 3 albums in all here, and they're 3 albums that you probably only know one of them, maybe 2, maybe all 3.
No. Maybe.
All right. No.
Probably
The
at
first
least
one, the first one I showed him, and it was by Spoon, and it was their newest one, if I'm not mistaken.
And we accidentally... Okay, hold up. Just a story time, the story
Lucifer
time.
on the Sofa, by the way.
We
by Spoon.
accidentally found this. We were walking through like a place
That's
with
true.
a bunch of CDs, and I was like, "That's a really cool looking CD." So we took a picture of it. We didn't listen to it, and we waited a long time. And then he listened to it one time, and he was like, "Hey, that was actually really good."
And then it had been like, how long had it been? It had been like actually like months. And so I finally showed him now, and it's a good album. Obviously it was only his first listen, but I like that album. The Hardest Cut goes the hardest probably.
Sure.
Wild's really good. My Babe's really good. The opening track's pretty good. It's technically a cover of another song.
Really?
Yeah.
You didn't tell me
And I
that.
don't know who it's from. I know I didn't play it, so I'm bringing it up. I listened to the original, and I don't like it as much, but maybe I'm doing it wrong. I don't know. But I do like the way it
He
sounds.
does not like it.
It's very bluesy.
I hope you guys can see me throwing all of this stuff randomly, because it's kind of fun. I hope it picks up in frame.
Like this nut.
Oh wait. Yeah. And then we listened to Fits and Tantrum. I actually don't
More than just a dream.
more than just a dream, and I showed him it in a banger. Very good album.
I already knew how to like Walker, by the way.
But he did not know 6 a.m. in Spark. And if you know, you know.
It's pretty good.
They're great songs. They're catchy, they're great, and
You know, it was pretty good. There was definitely a lot on there that was just like kind of random in my opinion. Like,
no, like a couple. There's like 3 songs.
I don't know.
They're
It was
pretty
also
good.
my first listen, so because he showed me this one, and I think, I mean, obviously the ones that are like good are good, but there's definitely some on there that were there was nothing like awful. Like I wasn't like this is awful, but there was definitely some where it was just like you know, like it wasn't like some perfect album or anything.
Yeah.
And it kind of had some downsides to it, but it was pretty good. And if you like pop music, then you'll
Oh,
probably
for
like it.
sure listen to it. Because the great songs are actually really, really good.
Yes, the great songs are great. The Walker's a great song. You probably know it.
Oh, you for sure know it.
Yeah,
What
I'll
the
play it.
Walker is.
Actually, I'll literally play it right now. Like this
More
is
than
the
just
Walker.
a dream.
Well, it's playing right now. No, it's playing right now. You hear it?
I can't actually. Wait, what?
That's the wrong song.
Anyways,
Back into it.
Ween.
Wait. We didn't listen to Ween.
The
But,
Killers, Hot Fuss.
yeah, we listened to the Killers' Hot Fuzz.
I'm gonna make a heart out of my feet.
That is a
Can't
great
do it.
album.
Can't do it.
If you know the Killers, if you know Hot Fuzz by the Killers, then you know it's really good. You know Mr. Brightside.
Yeah.
Like, don't lie to me. We'll play that real quick. So like that. You gotta be quiet. Like you know that one, right? Yeah. Great, banger. There's a lot of good songs in that album, and none of them are bad. They're all good rock
What's the
songs.
second last one?
Everything will be all right.
That song was really good.
It was really good.
Really good.
And it also
Sounded like MGMT.
Yeah, it sounded like MGMT. Also, obviously, Mr. Brightside's good. Same with somebody told me. And
That's true.
I like the opener a lot too, personally. There's some other ones that on there that I just have to listen to, but they're great. You know, it's good rock music. Pretty influential album, I'd say, in the indie rock scene. So
Now, we didn't listen to any 10 out of 10 albums. I don't know about any 9. Maybe some 8.5. But the point is, Every single one we listened to at minimum was pretty good. Worth a listen for sure. Like totally worth a listen.
If I had to
Each and every
recommend
one.
you listen to one, I'm probably gonna personally recommend you listen to Hot Fuss, just because it's such a like, you know, it like out of all of them, it's the most like, dang, that one's like,
Yeah.
you know, seems
Also,
important.
Mr. Brightside's probably the most known song out of all of the albums that we listened to. I mean, the Walkers, dude, guys. I almost want to grab the phone and show this off real quick.
No, it's fine.
Okay, we're not
Just-
gonna.
Yeah, you'll know. I might actually record it.
It's really funny, to say the least.
He's checking again to make sure that it's still recorded.
We were 26 minutes in, guys.
Well, like, look at this girl. Where's she? She's behind the sign.
This is really funny.
We don't know what she's doing. Maybe she's Instagramming. We're not hip with the kids.
Renegade Wado.
She's not doing anything. She's just walking around. Oh, yeah, good job. You think she got all her footage for the day? Oh, now it's playing.
Awful recording job on my part.
Yeah. We're sorry about that.
This guys will probably be in the Hot Motley.
No, this will be in the video. Like, I'll just cut to that. They'll be seeing that. Don't record me. Like, I'm trying to get the dirt off my back. Got a little bit of dirt on my boots.
Oh, dead on my boot. Oh, she's back at it. Wait.
Oh, come on, man. You're selling. Alright. You know. Good stuff. We were talking in the hot tub quite a lot about, like, talking about, like, okay, computer. Hey, come step on this stinging nettle and tell me how it feels.
Okay, guys. Enough talking. I'm not gonna step on a plant that's gonna hurt me purposely.
I stepped on something the other day that went into my foot like a spurt, and it really hurt. Like, it hurt because it's, you know, like a spurt. But yeah, no, we were talking about, like, okay, computer stuff and just how it's like a really good album. Because that ain't nothing but Cheers. I mean,
Maybe should they get to know us a little better? Is there something we didn't talk about that could be interesting to go on about?
I think they know all they need to know, man.
That's fair.
No, I don't know. If you want to, you know, we could both tell you a good little story about ourselves. You know, open it up, break the ice a little bit. Even
Break
though
it.
the ice has quite literally been broken because it is hot as balls out here. It is.
It seriously,
Seriously,
is. I think
we're being
I
fried.
checked it whenever we walked Kim to the store. It said it feels like night. Pretty hot.
Feels like.
Okay, so I'll start. I've got 6 siblings.
He does
Like
have six
spans between my mom and my dad, and we'll go in order. We got Dom. Shouts to the Dom. Oh my god, my voice. Shouts to the Dom. He's in the Marine Corps, and we love Dom. Dom's in Hawaii right now.
Ooh, what did I do?
What did you do?
I clicked them.
Is it still green?
Let's flash it. Punch them. Check what you-
Click it again. Okay, so then there's me, I'm 17. Dom, like I just said, turns 21 tomorrow, so shout to the Dom. It's really crazy to me that Dom is gonna be 21. Like seriously, whenever I think of him, I think of Dom being 16, which is kind of funny to me, but that's just what I think of Dom. Austin, shouts out to Austin. He turned 10 on the 11th of June. Love Boo. You got Riley, 5. Ava, 3. Wait, she turns 4 in August, so yeah, she's still 3. And then we got Maddie, who turned 2, 3 days apart from Riley in March. So I love all of them. They're great. I wouldn't want anything different about them. And yeah, that's kind of all the siblings. Jack, what about you?
Well, I've got 2 siblings, an older sister who's 19 and a younger sister who is 10. And
Yeah, me and him are similar in that.
yeah,
Where our sisters were the same grade. We
Yeah,
were
pretty
different, but then
and yeah, because our older sisters are like similar age. You know, my sister's in college and she plays volleyball.
that's true.
Gianna, or I don't know if I said their names, but my older sister's Isabella and my younger one's Gianna. Gianna's in.
You saying Isabella is
She's in
funny.
5th grade. What?
Everybody calls her Bella.
I guess, but that's her name.
It is Isabella. That's true.
She's going into 5th grade, and she runs. She plays soccer. She's on it. We're kind of like a sport family, athletic. My mom used to play soccer,
It's true, actually.
and my dad used to play baseball.
Oh, you're going to talk about the baseball. No, the coolest thing about Jack's dad is that he runs
He does run.
every single day.
Well, I'm saying used to, but yeah, no, he runs every day.
Couple miles,
Couple
right?
miles, 5, 7.
Every single day.
Yeah.
Literally every single day.
He's on the grind. And I see we're pretty athletic. And I used to play soccer, like I've said in the last podcast, and I don't anymore because I don't really I could be athletic. I think we talk about this a lot. I can do random things that are pretty athletic, but I don't do it because I just not very athletic.
Yeah.
Because I don't know. I like other things like telling stories, making music, writing stuff.
Doing stuff that happen to be not athletic, but there's still stuff that is out there.
Yeah.
And fun to do.
But yeah, that's pretty much my siblings.
That's the family.
He's got me beat, by a lot. That's kind of our family situation in sibling regards.
You know what? Technically, it's only 5 because I included myself in that 6. So 5 of them.
True.
Now, what's something else we could talk about?
Well, we could always go into our segments if you wanted, just to give us a little bit of.
Is that what you want to do?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm fine with that. Okay.
You fine with that? Do you want to? I'll switch us into sports section, which now you can finally breathe because you will be back with us later. But here is the sports segment of the show.
Good evening. This is your host Tyler here for the sports segment. Now, you may be asking yourself, why did I walk in and why are we on the shoreline? And to answer that question, I have no clue. But this is the sports segment. Let's get energetic because who loves sports? The sea turtles do. Yeah, sorry, I'm just thinking about the fact that the moon... We're just messing up the sea turtles by having the light on, but it's really funny. And I hope that you guys can see this beautiful... That's a boat, but the lightning. Especially whenever it strikes. But anyways, let's get to it. Football. Once again, like last week, nothing really happening in football. Oh, the light. Nothing really happening in football. Oh, there's a bug on the light. That's kind of funny. Nothing really happening. Basketball. The only thing I can think of off the top of my head is that Ja Morant got a 25-game suspension after being... it got hyped up that he was going to get suspended for a long time. But it makes it where he can't get his big contract, right? So... Or he can't become an all-star. So that's kind of something to think about. I'm going to be honest, guys. Hockey. I don't really know much about hockey. I'll have to get better at it, research it. But, yeah. So that's hockey. Baseball. Okay. Baseball. Only sport that's on currently right now. And...
Someone's getting. I don't know what's going on out there, but.
We actually have no clue.
Dude, I'm getting fucking bit up by bugs. Keep going,
Anyways,
please.
Baseball. Big Yankees fan here. We just got swept by the Red Sox, so little butthurt, kind of hurting. Kind of want to just shrivel up into a ball because I don't know how we lost and got swept to the Red Sox. But you win some, you lose some, right? Like Aaron Judge is hurt, Stanton's not batting well. The lineup was kind of weird. I mean, I guess Severino didn't do too bad, right? But you win some, you lose some, so can't win them all. Let's think. Soccer. Same. I mean, not really too big in soccer either, but I'm pretty sure nothing too interesting has happened as far as I guess I know. There definitely has been, but don't shoot me for that. And then golf. Oh, guys, have you seen Wyndham Clark? I mean, Wyndham Clark is the man. I mean, Wyndham Clark, quite literally, I think he won that final stage of the U.S. Open. And the whole reason we brought him up was because who names their son Wyndham? It's awful. Truly awful. Like, you stay at a Wyndham. You don't watch Wyndham golf. But that's kind of it. Sports segment. For the time being, it's going to be a little stale. I can't lie. I got to address that right now. I hope the Lightning's been beautiful. But simply because not that many sports are on. And yeah, that's kind of it. Sorry if this has been boring, but we'll have to spruce it up, make it fun. And yeah, that's it, guys. Much love. Como stay. Anyways, guys, we're back.
We're back, and
This is the sports segment.
no, that was the sports segment. You don't get how it works.
Oh, I get how it works now.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he's still piecing it together. Oh my gosh, hold up! I realized that the wind is kind of loud, but not
Yeah.
loud enough to where
So
the
if
wind.
you ever see us block it, like you see me do that like twice now.
I hope you enjoyed the sports segment. We don't know what it looks like because we didn't record it yet, but it should be Tyler talking.
We haven't, and it might be kind of short for this time because once again, I don't really know all too much to talk about, but we'll have to figure it out. Oh, also, the cool thing about these sections are they're going to be in different locations.
Yes. So that
You'll
would
have
be
to
cool.
see the location.
We might
whenever they
switch our
come up.
location for the podcast itself.
Should we
just
right now?
randomly. We could right now, or after we do music segment, then we'll come back in a different spot because this will be like first half of the podcast.
That's true.
right?
Do we want to do the music segment right now?
Well, let's talk about something before we go back in because they just went to sports segment. So
I agree. Okay.
Mm.
As you can tell, we're not always 100% planned. Let's play a game or something.
a little game.
Let's
All right. I'm fine with that.
like the corn one.
Oh yeah. That's a good one. We should do that.
Okay.
Like here's the corn game.
Here's the corn.
It's
game.
more of a question than a game. But would you, viewers at home, rather never have
Put it in the comment section. By the
Yeah,
way.
put it in the comment section. Would you rather only be able to eat popcorn, no corn, or only be able to eat corn, no popcorn? And don't try to think too smart about it. Like, well, if I have corn, I can have popcorn. That's not the question.
Yeah, seriously.
The question is corn or popcorn. Which one is going to affect you more if it's gone?
So like you got to get rid of corn on the cob, corn just in a can if you want to keep popcorn, or you gotta
or
you got to get rid of popcorn, but you get to keep everything else.
yeah. See, me personally, my take on this is you got to get rid of corn because popcorn is very,
There's sand in my pants
I
again.
personally eat popcorn.
Sand
I
in my
eat
pants.
I eat popcorn a lot, and every time I watch a movie, well, like specifically at the theater, but like even sometimes at home, I love eating popcorn, and it's kind of like a unique snack, and so it's kind of hard to replace. Whereas corn is something that I feel like is pretty easily replaceable, or just it's like if it's not there, it's like dang. But I don't really too often eat corn, and it's kind of just I don't know. I do like corn though. I love corn. I just would probably get rid of it.
No, I understand that. I'm the complete opposite. Viewers at home know it just happened. I'm the complete opposite, and
Here he goes.
I love popcorn, but honestly, corn's is better. There's more variety to having corn.
That
like
is
I
true.
said,
I won't.
there's just more variety, guys.
I won't deny that.
Like we played this question at dinner last night, and it's really hard to pick one single thing compared to a bunch of other ones. Like we did
Cookies, and it's like, would you rather chocolate chip cookies, no other cookie, or no chocolate chip cookies, but you get all the other cookies? And it's like, if you don't like chocolate chip cookies that much, then I guess that's an easy question for you.
Yeah.
But like, that's my favorite cookie, especially like
a
a
lot
fresh,
of people's.
fresh
Mine.
baked. I think that's like probably the best cookie, like in just like,
Overall, it is.
everyone would probably say that if you asked.
I
them.
agree. It's just like how vanilla ice cream is. Even though some people would pick chocolate, which if you
not.
guys
Well,
are watching me,
if you had to pick-
chocolate, you're weirdos.
If you had to pick vanilla or chocolate, it's chocolate. But if you're gonna put stuff in it, then I guess it's vanilla. but you could kind of put stuff in chocolate. if you-
Napoleon's the best of both worlds.
Anyways, back to the cookie
Wait,
question.
Neapolitan. Wait, I'm stupid.
Napoleon Dynamite.
No.
Whoa.
Sorry, guys. I had to.
But yeah, I would personally keep the chocolate. Actually, I don't even know. Let me think about this because there's some really good cookies. Like I feel like I'd have to because if I couldn't have a chocolate chip ever again, I would probably like have to shoot myself because it would be pretty tragic. You know?
Yeah, no, I agree.
See, he agrees on that one though,
Should we?
which is good.
We'll talk about this, guys. We people watched in the pool today.
As you do. Sometimes it's very funny to look at people. You know, you're like, look at that guy. He looks like my GTA character, and
Yeah.
I think we can all relate on people watching. It's pretty funny.
We would
Like-
spin around and rotate in succession.
I just look at people and be like, dang, look at that person.
Yeah.
Like-
Nothing necessarily rude.
Yeah.
But we'd point out
Because you don't want to be
things.
rude. You just want to like make subtle jokes, like, hey, that's funny, or like, hey, that person looks like this person, and it's like, oh yeah,
Yeah.
oh my, it's windy. They're gonna be hearing that. But like, you know, people watching's funny. Like, do you have any funny people watching stories?
There's been times where like my dad, stepmom, and my sister would all have like seen someone, and I was like, wait, how did I miss them? Because they are people like my dad and stepmom could sit there and tell you the last 15 people I saw walk by, and they could recite what they look like. It's really funny, actually.
He wanted to film this podcast like over the ocean, which honestly would just be a couple steps away. And the latter half of this episode may be filmed kind of like that. At least, yeah. But like, you can see people walking, like on the beach or
Let the
not.
people watch a little bit, guys.
Yeah, but he wanted to do that, and it would be funny if you had random people walking in the background, because then you at home could people watch if you wanted. Are you good, bro?
Getting some sand off so I can go like this without having sand
He's
on
a
my
little
arm.
antsy. We're pretty sure he's got ADHD, if you couldn't tell.
Yeah.
But
My mom always says I don't, which she's
my
probably
mama
right.
always said I was special.
My name is Forrest Gump. Mama always said life is like a box of chocolates. Actually, I'm pretty sure that's Mandela effect. I'm pretty sure that's actually not what the scene says.
No, it is.
Mm-mm.
No, he says that.
No, I promise you. Look it up.
He says, "Mama always said life's like a box of chocolates."
No, look it up.
No, it's what he said. Wait, look it up.
Look it up right now. Look at the lyric.
Well, we're doing this. The lyric.
Yeah, look it up. We gotta confirm this right now.
Okay. Well,
Yeah.
you do that while I check the camera.
Do what?
You look it up.
I can't look it up. Oh,
Well,
okay.
Yeah, like use my phone. Don't worry about me.
We have to look this up.
Let me go check this camera then while he does this. Hey guys, I watched Pirates of the Caribbean, by the way. The second one. Second one's great. It's still going. Second one's great.
This is
Dead
good.
Man's Chest. I've seen it before. Superior to the first one. I'll say that. CGI is pretty dang good for 2006. Davy Jones' Locker. Pretty good movie. Ending's great. If you haven't seen it, then go watch it. But watch, obviously, all of them in order, because if you don't, you're weird. First one was good, though. I'm on the third one. Didn't finish it yet. But so far, it's pretty good. Hopefully
Yeah, I was right. It's not life is like a box of chocolates. It's that life was like a box of chocolates, which is only a word difference, but
I think he's making it up, guys.
I'm not. You'd have to, if you look it up, he says life was like a box of chocolates.
You tell us at home. Oh, guys. We don't
Mandela
even-
effects are funny.
Hold on. You know what I just realized, bro?
What
we
did
don't-
we realize?
We don't have George with us.
Oh, George is in the room. We purposely
Yeah,
brought
we
George.
purposely brought George. You know what? When we do the music section, George will be there. And
Oh, are you sure?
I'll bring him in. Don't worry, man. George will be in this
sports
video.
section.
George will be in this video.
That's true.
Just know that. And if he already has been, then I'm not aware
Dude,
of it.
people have been rowdy,
They have been loud.
whistling, everything. Whistling.
I wonder if you could hear any of it. You can definitely hear this wind, I'm pretty sure.
whistling.
Maybe the
Sorry,
whistles.
the two types of whistles. Like
You
literally whistling, like cars.
Car.
And but
You
then
can't-
also like
You couldn't hear the
sports.
rain. You couldn't hear the rain yesterday, and that was kind of embarrassing. Whenever we recorded the other day in the room.
That's true. It was too good. It muffled it out too well.
So if you can hear all this, then I don't know what to say.
I guess it's
But-
kind of a good thing.
Yeah, I mean, someone said, if we could hear the atmosphere, it'd be nice. And we were kind of worried about it because we weren't sure if you're going to be able to, but you can hear.
By the way, Abby, I
There's
know you'll be
Abby.
watching this. You're the one that said that.
That was the
shout out to
criticism we got, or the
It wasn't
it
criticism.
wasn't criticism.
It was actually something just to look forward to.
Yeah, something to add on to it. It was what do you call it?
Overcast just happened. Thank the Lord.
That is true. What would you call that? Like when someone like recommends you a recommendation, or
No recommendation.
I guess it wasn't. It was just It was like it'll be nice to hear that, and then we were kind of worried, but you can hear it. You can hear the waves. You can hear the palm trees.
Guys, I realized that now I'm not too sure, but if we move around for different locations, this might actually be recorded at different times because eventually we're gonna eat dinner. And
True.
if I get a phone call saying we gotta head back to go eat dinner, then so we'll just have to wait and see what happens.
Yeah, like our other segments might be closer to nighttime than now. We'll try to get that sunset. We will actually. That's a guarantee.
Oh really?
We're getting the sunset.
But I don't think we'll be eating dinner at 8:30. Maybe.
Yeah, no, we'll get the sunset. Come on.
I guess you never actually know.
I hope you enjoyed our feet, by the way,
That's
because
our feet have been behind sand buried.
we're trying to hide them right now, but because there's some weird people there on the
I
internet.
kind of want to lay down.
What? Lay? Well, don't lay on stinging nettle, because then you'll take the L.
But like lay my back. Like, check this out. Like if I go like this, and like add my flip flops, and dust them off.
Yeah, grab your flip flops, like this, dude. What? Oh my! I have this cut on my thumb. God, it's so. Oh. Ooh, talk about getting sun in your eye.
And then check this out. And then I can just go like this.
I hope you can hear that breathing.
I can still talk. Yeah, you do kind of have the sun in your eye, don't you?
I do have the sun in my eye. I mean, my hat's not as big, but
I kind of dig this. Like actually, it's kind of comfortable.
is this kind of
Laying in the sand is occasionally putrid, but normally quite fun. You guys have also heard me yawning a couple times, which is kind of funny.
Hey, first podcast, I was the one yawning because I was kind of tired. Now I'm good. You're kind of yawning. You're a little bit yawning today.
Really?
Yeah, you're a little tired, man. Yeah, I mean, you say this, but you're sleeping right now. I can see it. You're laying down. You're trying to get them snores, and
I gotta get my hours.
he's had a rough night.
Long day.
Long day, rough night.
Tired, whenever you get into the sun. We saw a really cool helicopter that flew over.
We did.
It was really loud. It was Coast Guard. 'Twas a lot of fun. Pause.
What? See, this is the part of the podcast where we'd like you to join in with laying down. Maybe just take a little chill. Like think about life.
That's true. Because honestly, right now, that's kind of what we're doing. I know me and him are listening to the wind, the
Yeah, we're kind of
random
chilling.
music being played, the plane flying by.
Like I think on a podcast, usually this would be shunned. This is like, what are these guys doing? They're quite literally laying down in their podcast, and I'm pretty sure one of them is sleeping right now. And
Guys,
that might be true, but
I
man.
really hope that you can see the coconuts on these palm trees.
They can see the
Because they're baby coconuts.
they're beautiful.
They're ripening.
I hope you can understand. We're just being different out here. We're really letting our creativity take the best of us. What is it? What's flying?
This channel is all about.
It's all
a
about.
unique podcast.
It's a unique podcast.
It was just a normal plane, by the way. I guess.
It's literally a.
No wait. I really want. I want to talk about that now.
Ooh,
This. Yeah, we're gonna stand up. That stuff.
Whoa,
This.
I'm standing.
This whole
me off.
podcast is about literally being unique and different.
That's what this is, man.
Like I don't
Unique
like
and different.
every single thing we've done. Like I think is pretty non-podcast in the norm, where it's like people are just sitting, and I think I like that we just sit and do the normal podcast thing. But I hope you guys actually enjoy.
You never
the
know
fact
what
that
you're gonna get.
we're a little different about it, and we just kind of can spice it up. I think the way that we look at this whole podcast thing is like, as it's just at the end of the day, me and Jack in front of some mics, just talking to you guys,
That
And
is at the end of the day what this is. It's just us
and I hope
talking.
you guys enjoy it regardless what we do. If we're sitting in sand, laying with hats over our faces, getting sand
Stepping on
out of
stinging
every
nettle,
crevice of our
itching
body.
your
Like, I'm sorry, I know,
behind.
guys, my hand for
What are you
second
itching?
episode was in my pants because I'm trying to get
What was that? You're getting sand out of your crack?
this sand out.
Oh
yeah. What's up, guys?
I don't know what happened, but they're cheering over there. I mean, man,
Actual coconuts.
this is coconuts, man.
Coconut.
It's crazy. Like, what even is this? Actually, here, everyone take a look at this. What do you think this is? Oh, hold on. Let me
Something that was in the water at one point.
Well, like, what is this?
Look at these leaves, guys.
Like, obviously, it's some kind of bush. It probably is a little bush. Little bush, right here. Little bush. Actually, never mind.
Guys, last
George
night
Bush.
we walked to the 7-Eleven to get Jack and tea.
We did. I had to get my tea.
I made him get his bang for his buck.
Yeah, because the vending machine tea was kind of expensive for a vending machine.
It's like $2 for half that size.
Hold my mic, bro.
And the other one is $3
Here, bro.
for
Hold my mic.
almost double. Here we go.
I'm gonna get a swig because my throat.
Guys, that was a swig. I tell you what, guys. Whenever we move to our next location, we might have to go walk over to the Rowdy people to give me
Next
some water instead of
next
Coke
location-
because I'm gonna dehydrate.
Next location's gonna be hype. Right now, kind of just chilling. That's what this is. But hey, we're gonna be hyping it up. Next location. For right now, we're gonna switch into the music podcast segment.
Do you know how we're gonna go on? Do you know?
Come back.
Wait, this is gonna be so fun. Do you know how we're gonna go into the next segment?
How are we gonna do that?
We're gonna hop back in because we're gonna leave this one by hopping out behind these bushes. Are you guys ready?
Are we gonna like walk there? Or...
Yeah.
Oh, we're just gonna walk. We're gonna walk into the next segment, man. Why don't you? Actually, no. First, let's get.
That's true.
We gotta get music segment. Just here.
We gotta get our things.
Tell them about music segment. Snap it in. Go.
Guys, are you guys ready? No. You'll understand. You'll understand what I'm getting on about. You ready? This is how we're gonna go.
When we walk, we're gonna walk on to the next location. But
The
we
point
have to
is,
do music.
yeah, it doesn't matter. Okay, we're gonna literally walk behind this bush, and then the next segment, we'll just have to record us walking back in.
I know, but the next segment's gonna be the music one.
Okay.
All right. We're gonna be switching into music segment now.
All right, guys, grab your drink.
We'll see you there.
We're gonna be walking in.
We'll see you at music
Guys.
segment.
Catch you on the flip, dog.
Catch you on the flip.
Peace.
Peace out. Welcome to the music segment. I'm currently sitting in front of a stack of chairs, wooden chairs, and I'm sitting by the coast here. I'm gonna give you your rundown for the week or month, whatever the dealio is. I'm looking at my phone here, just kind of get the brain flowing. King Gizzard and the Lizard Wizard released an album. I didn't listen to it. I listened to two of the singles. It's metal, man, and I'm not too crazy about metal, but some people, big metal heads. So I'm not like too versed in the metal scene, so don't shoot me down. It sounded good though. The guitars were on point, and the cover is phenomenal. So check it out if you like metal. That's one to look at. Obviously, I talked about Foo Fighters releasing an album, and that was good. Actually good. I know that Queens of the Stone Age released an album in Times New Roman. Haven't listened to it, and I haven't even listened to Queens of the Stone Age, and I'm probably gonna get on that soon because I don't know the name of it. It's pretty good, off of Songs for the Deaf or whatever. So I'll get on that. But I know Post Malone's releasing stuff, Taylor Swift's releasing stuff. I'm not too versed in them, but sounds out pretty good if you're into that. There's not too much though
guys. Um, I got the water. I didn't realize this, but they were playing soccer games.
I don't
Like
know.
soccer.
I don't know where he went.
Actual games of soccer.
I'm gonna be
Like,
honest.
the whistles have been soccer games. Fouls.
I was gonna talk to you because before we started, but I can just talk to you now because
Let's go for it.
we're a family here. You see, I was gonna bring this over and have us sit on it.
Yeah.
And you see my hand?
Yeah.
I kind of. Let me show the viewers at home.
Did
I
you
got
underestimate how
I
heavy
gotta.
it was?
No, I just kind of like slid my hand across it when I sat on it like a stupid idiot, and I kind of got splinters all over my hand. If you can see that, hopefully you can. I'm sitting here moaning about it for the past. How long were you even gone? Here, just grab that end, and I'll grab this end while we literally hold the mics.
All right. Quick.
Walk it into frame. I was going to talk though before we started about doing a bit of a each segment.
And just drop. Okie dokie.
Each segment we should do.
Oh, that gonna hurt. We're good.
Like each time we move locations, we should have a specific kind of. Let me get my stuff. This thing we talk.
Am I in frame?
So that way you go, hey, this segment we're going to talk about this, and we're sitting in a different location. So like, let's say you wanted to find where we were talking about something specific, guys. You could just scroll to where you see us at a different location, at least for this podcast. And since we're in the beach area, and then we can show off.
By the way, guys, I think it's fun that we keep it unedited whenever we talk about stuff that most people would edit out. Like the fact that I just asked if I was in frame.
That's true. You get to really see how it's done down here.
You do. Like you do. You get to see how
you could be like, hey, edit it, and we'll edit it. But I kind of like
sit down. Let's see.
It's kind of fun,
It is kind of.
Like I'm gonna.
It keeps it real.
Yeah. PG-13 here, by the way.
Yeah, we're good.
If you can tell.
This is actually like
damn
perfect. Actually, the way this works.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
You can't scoot any further down though, or you'll be out of it.
So should I scoot a little in? That way we keep it all. Oh, he actually fell in.
Kind of.
That's
like,
kind of embarrassing.
Yeah.
We should talk about something specific for the entirety of sitting here.
Like,
I don't know,
because we're probably at like the 45,
like this way,
50-minute mark. So
as you guys
we
know,
want to keep it.
What we did over there, kind of random, and then everything else we'll do.
Yeah, we're kind of sorry. Like Jack brought this up as we were walking. It's kind of hard to stay completely. Like whenever we were in the house, we could just sit there and talk about whatever. But there's just so much randomness and so much. We just don't know 100% necessarily what to go on about.
Hey, that's fine, man. It's all work in progress here. We're really trying to figure it out. I hope at the end of the day, though, that you can all appreciate the aesthetic of the beach. Even if we are just sitting there laying on the floor, it's like, hey.
I hope you guys appreciate the people walking by, the yachts driving by. Yeah,
we were trying to go into a yacht club the other day, and it was closed.
Earlier.
Damn, that was today.
No, it was
That's
today.
Crazy. And it was closed because it's Sunday.
It was appointment only.
Probably day of the Lord.
Some other day we actually might try to go walk around and
religious.
See yachts.
Probably.
Because that'll be fun.
Isn't that like a religious thing? Because like Chick-fil-A doesn't. And I don't know if Chick-fil-A is like.
Well, it's because Sunday's the day of rest.
Yeah, like I think religiously though is what I'm saying.
Yes.
Right?
Yeah. Yes, for Christianity, it is the day of rest.
Yeah. So. Yeah. Let's get into something specific.
Yeah, because this will be our final thing. Besides,
unless we want to go, keep it going, which I'm fine with. Because we don't have to sit here for another 30 minutes. We can sit here for the next 15. I
agree. We can talk about people that are gonna walk by really soon and look, which is fine if they look at us. It's kind of the fun of it. I hope it gets good content.
We should talk about something a little bit deeper.
You think it's
on the post of ambiguity. Ambiguity. How do you say that word?
Ambiguity. I think it's
yeah. This is the post of ambiguity.
Clue what that means, but
I don't either, and it might mean something that I don't think it means. But
what do you think it means?
We're gonna call it that. I think it's like I don't know. It's kind of like one of those words you don't really like.
What about how I need to trim my toenails?
There was one time. This is. We'll get to the specificness eventually. There's one time I woke up one morning and he had left his peeled off toenails on my on my dresser. On my dresser. He like peeled them off. He didn't even cut them. That's disgusting, man. Come on, who? This guy's gross.
Yeah, guys, that is an actual true story.
Now, I was going to talk about on the post of ambiguity something a little deeper. What do you know? What's your goals in life? What do you want most out of life?
Ooh, that's a good question.
Like
Well,
job wise,
I definitely want to make sure
personal.
that I have enough money to enjoy and be able to splurge on the people I love the most, and just make sure that at the end of the day, I enjoy my life and see the things I want to see, and just be able to do everything I want to be able to do, which I'm not too big into doing anything too crazy, being some rich billionaire, but I just want to have enough money to where I can live freely and do what I must. What about you?
Oh, is that it? I mean,
Well, at least for like what I want. Like I mean, I don't know. I want at least 2 kids.
like I'll give you my take on that if you want, real
Okay,
quick.
go for it. Yeah.
I'd say I agree with that. I definitely don't want to be some rich person, or at least I don't care to be. Like obviously it's nice.
Yeah,
but
but I don't care
I'm
to
not.
be.
I'm
I
not
would
gonna
love
be
to be,
like,
but I want
dang, I'm not rich. Versus, like I don't care.
essentially.
And I think living comfortably is a good thing. But I always like to have spending money, or I would like to. And I think it would be nice, go on vacation once in a while, nice dinners. It's nice to treat yourself.
It is.
And it kind of just depends on your job and your lifestyle on how you will be able to treat yourself, I guess. And so I don't know if I'd be able to, but if I would, then I would like to be above living comfortably, I think, to the point where like you can enjoy life. Oh my god, it's windy. You can enjoy your life to a good extent, but not, you know, what I'm saying? Not to like a insane degree.
No,
Like
I agree.
I won't be buying yachts.
I don't need to be a billionaire. I don't even need to be like
Mhm.
a multi-millionaire. I think I would just love to be, once again, like I would like to have enough money to where if I want to go do something, I'm not really restricted from it, but I don't need to live like that. I just
Mhm.
want to live as long as I live a comfortable life where I can have like a vacation a couple times a year. Doesn't have to be anything massive. And if I want to go have dinner with my friends and hang out, then I can go do that. I just want to have a comfortable, nice life.
Yeah, I never want to worry about money though, anything like that.
Exactly.
I want to just be able to like enjoy
Exactly.
myself.
A nice, comfortable life.
Yeah, I guess that's what you would say. If comfortable life, just I don't know.
Ooh, you see that drum?
That was a nice little drum beat. I don't know if you guys could hear that, but what about job wise?
Job wise? Well, as I said the last podcast, I want to be a park ranger, but I'm a pretty open person to things, and I wouldn't mind going to see if there's any other things I really enjoy. With maybe the park ranging being something I could do later in my life. Once I live comfortable and have the money I want to have. Hey, not to go off on a tangent real quick, but does water taste how you'd expect it to taste out of a random water fountain that also has,
The water's yellow,
yeah,
by the way.
to also have
So
a shower attached to it? So that's always fun.
Was it a shower?
Okay, so it was like a shower, it had the foot thing, but then it had 2 water fountains attached.
Hmm.
Yep, and
What
there
if
was a
there was
soccer
if
game
there was
going.
no fountain? Would you have just filled it up with the water from the shower?
No, I would have
Okay.
kept looking.
He's
I
not
just-
that low.
Yeah. I mean, I would do certain stuff like that, but
I'm getting my drink.
he's getting his drink.
If you were wondering,
He's out of frame, but he's getting his drink.
it's windy.
People walking by is really funny. Like this little
know.
girl is dragging a stick across the floor.
Man,
Yeah,
kind of.
and he was making fun of me earlier for that.
Okay,
guys remember that?
I was trying not to do that, and I kind of didn't have both my hands.
Dude, this is. I wonder how loud this is whenever I talk like this.
Post of ambiguity. In post,
Sorry, guys.
essentially, we'll know how this sounds. I guess
The sand is everywhere.
it is. Me personally, when it comes to a job, I'm not too
Pause.
set. I want to make sure I can do something creative, something that I personally enjoy, because I would hate to be stuck. Thanks, bro.
welcome in.
I'd hate to be stuck. You know, I don't want to be stuck in a job I don't enjoy.
That is true, actually.
And it's hard. It's hard to be like, oh, well, you know, I want to be this, and not everyone gets the choice or luxury of doing it. But I want to be doing something where at least I know that I'm enjoying myself to a good extent. You know, and I talk about being like, oh my god, this guy, bro, you're crazy. I think Tyler's had I think he's had his fill for the day. He's getting antsy over here. Here, go take a hike. I'm gonna talk to the viewers. Just
No, I'm listening.
no, go take a hike. Just go. Here, look at me.
I mean, actually, you guys could still hear me from a certain distance. Guys,
You know,
keep talking. It's gonna be really funny because you're gonna hear two pens.
he's walking
It
away.
might overlap,
shot,
so I'm not
but
sure how you can hear this.
This is personal,
Funny
me and you.
because
And like I said,
I actually
I-
can't hear him right now, but you can hear me, and I think it's gonna be funny. So I might turn off the mic for now, as
this guy's got a nose issue, by the way. Like he literally has a nose issue.
there's gonna become a point that I cut out, but I kind of think
remember
it'd
what
be
it's
funny
called.
if you could see me doing some stuff. As Jack turns around and he looks at me.
He might. You can stand in the back and just do stupid stuff, you know.
I planned on it.
Just make sure they can hear me talk, though.
Well, I might have to turn off the mic, but you'll be able to see me. So, yeah, Jack's gonna keep talking and do important stuff.
I'd love to do things like, you know, I talk about being an artist, specifically a music artist, musician, and that's something that I feel like a lot of people are like, hey, that's kind of dumb because that's kind of impossible. And you know what? That's true. And it doesn't have to rank in the bank, you know. It can be, I can still make music, have people listen to it quite a lot, and be like, oh, that's pretty good or that's pretty bad. And you know, I have been making my music for a good year or two now, and I can definitely tell you I've improved, and I'm trying my hardest to make it into something. And I find it to be the most passionate thing I'm passionate about. And if I wanted to do anything with my life, it would be related to music because it's something that it requires all three of my goals to a certain extent, or my passions, not my goals, but art, drawing, painting, whatnot. I love art, making things. And so, you know, album covers, album artwork. It's stuff that I'll usually do myself because, you know, I like to do that. And it allows me to show my creative passion, at least visually. Then there's God, I was thinking about something else that I'm gonna bring up in a second. Then there's music, which is obviously the obvious one. I like making music. I like playing instruments because it's something that I don't know, kind of is therapeutic to me. And I'm not the best at it, I know, but I kind of like to just create things. And so whenever
Anyways, guys, we're back at it.
And so whenever I create my music, it's like more about the story of it or the way it sounds and the feeling you get from it than me being good at playing a guitar or something, you know? I'll be hearing about that later. That looks like it hurts pretty bad, bro. What'd you do? I was telling him about my art as a musician, you know, and the future of that. Third one would be writing, because I've written books and stuff. Nothing that I've published, but also just writing poetry and lyrics. I like to do that a lot, and I find that music's a cool way to kind of tell a story.
It is.
So
We actually talked about this last night.
we're gonna talk. I'm gonna tell them
It is
about
a
that.
great way.
I want to talk about that in a second to them. Can you go check if it's still going?
Yes, we will check if it's still going.
But yeah, post of ambiguity.
Yeah, it is still going. We are at the 15-minute mark.
And Yeah, those are the three, and I feel like music combines all of those. You know, oh, the one I forgot was filmmaking, which is probably what the one that I don't know, I'm stupid, but filmmaking. I like recording videos, editing videos, so that's another thing, like music videos, and so it kind of just combines all three or four of those things, and that's why I like it a lot because it's kind of a good way to just put all that together. And if I have to go down a road of just kind of doing things behind the scenes more or for other people, I'm kind of fine with that. But I always will make my own stuff, especially in the way that I do it now. It literally is pretty much as low budget as you can go, but still sounding like pretty good. And so, obviously I'll upgrade stuff eventually, but I like just making it for myself and just kind of making it for fun to tell a story. I'm not too obsessed with becoming something amazing, but I at least want people to appreciate what I do more than now what I have because I want to spread my word to people. I want to leave an impact on the world, which I think we all do. Maybe some of us don't care, but
Guys, I've
I
got
think
to
it's a
say,
beautiful thing.
not to interrupt my boy, but we're definitely after gonna have to jump into a body of water because the sand is immense. Also,
That's true.
my foot continues to purple up.
Ooh,
The more and more.
my God, hold up.
The more and more.
Holy, hold on, wait, show them that.
The more and more.
Like,
I know.
did you not purposely do that?
I did.
But like,
It
what?
doesn't really hurt.
God,
It's just gnarly. Like, it actually did not
that
hurt.
is gnarly. Go show him. I'm serious. Oh, this boy's chugging yellow water. He's drinking yellow water, bro.
It was yellow because it was Coke, though.
Oh, so
Like,
is it
don't
Coke
forget.
water?
Yeah.
That's kind of
Like,
gross. That's almost equally as gross.
Yeah, guys.
Check this gnarly
It
thing.
was worth it, but definitely not my best
Not his best
financial decision.
move. Not his best move. Let me tell you something though. Me and him were talking last night. And we were talking about telling stories in general, and I was talking to him about I like movies, but they're not. And bear with me here. They are the best way and the worst way, kind of,
To showcase.
to tell a story.
Art. Yeah, sorry, to tell a story.
To tell a story, and it's because imagination is an important thing when you're telling a story. I know it sounds stupid, but the reason that when you read a book, it's so personal to you and it like touches you so much more than watching a movie is because you're not handed what you should be knowing. You kind of just interpret it in your own way, and it almost makes it better because whenever you read a book, you kind of just make up what the characters look like, make up what's really happening and where it's at, and it just makes it cooler. And so whenever what was that? Whenever you like watch a movie, you kind of just have to see what it is. And so sometimes, like I was telling him, I haven't found the movie that's really grasped me that much, and it's because there's a really small amount of imagination that you can put into a movie besides your own when you're like making it. And so for other people to put their own imagination into it, it's kind of impossible. But like when you listen to a song or music, I was talking to him, you get that listening element. So it's like a weird mix of your own imaginative thoughts going into it. And so like you hear these things and you see like the cover maybe, and you listen to the sounds and the music being produced, and you kind of create this story in your head just off of what you're hearing, especially when there's stuff like just ambient stuff. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, no. Yeah, we were talking about this, and honestly, I understand what he means. I mean, I'm still forever going to be Mr. Movie because I just love watching them, and they're my favorite form of art or telling a story. But I understand what he meant whenever he brought up books and he brought up writing. And you know what we didn't talk about? We didn't even talk about just straight up art because
That's true.
paintings are
Visual,
also a great way
Yeah,
of
because that's like taking away almost everything.
describing.
Still photo, and not even with audio, and you're just looking at something, and it kind of tells a story, and you kind of have to like interpret it your own way, I guess. And so whenever you look at art, interpreting it your own way is a very important thing, and it's
You can see people
for some
walking
people,
by.
I guess, like Tyler,
Talk.
like for some people like you, like I said, they don't really depend on their imagination as much, and they like to just have stuff. And this isn't even a knock. This is just literally like, oops, what?
No, nothing happened. It was just,
Okay, like what? Like you explain it, so I don't sound like
I think he actually is explaining it quite well. It's like some people just like to be showed, and we don't really like to have to sit there and come up with our own thing for 15 minutes, and we just like to be able to dive in and just try to figure it out or understand what we're watching.
Hmm.
Like me and my dad are really good at watching a movie and just trying to figure out how it ends, and we're quite good at it. I'd say we're quite good at just being able to be like, "Oh, yep, predicted that."
And then for other people, they like to just like get a little bit of the story or like read a book
And
and
just
then
really
be like
dive into
and be
it.
like in their head like think of what it is and really bring it to themselves. And they're like maybe more imaginative thinkers or whatnot that you want to say, and that's just how their brain works, and they like to like have things go like the way they want in their brain, and it like speaks to them more, and it feels more like personal, I guess. You know.
Sorry, guys, I'm watching people play volleyball, and I kind of want to.
Does that kid have the same shirt that you have or no?
I thought, yeah, my World War II one.
Looks like it.
It looks like it.
Well, I mean, that's about all we could talk about for that. I mean, we could talk slightly more about future things. I don't want to get too in depth because obviously you don't want to sit here and be like, "This is what's going to happen in my future, and this is how it's going to go."
Yeah, and maybe we could always talk about it in another episode because I bet the
Mhm.
running time for this is probably getting kind of high.
But that's kind of just passion, job, everything like that. A little bit about storytelling, a little bit about stuff like that. I hope you enjoyed this.
We'll definitely
Um,
have to go more in depth on
We
stuff
will.
that Jack talked about.
We'll
Also,
talk about this.
Not that it's necessarily a bad thing, but I'm sorry that this video is a little less. I don't know. This is a bit more goofy. Last episode, we sat there and never stopped talking about stuff that we were doing, and even though, like, I actually really hope and just would love if you guys explained or just told us in the comments if this was like too goofy or random, because if not, we literally will just do what we did the first episode. But it was just a little hard because we're not in a bedroom and there's so much going on.
Mhm.
And it's just, yeah, that's kind of just the whole gist of it.
And I don't know if you want to end it here, the podcast itself, but we could go somewhere and end it if you want, somewhere else.
If you'd like, I'm not against that.
Or we could just send it off here.
I mean, we could just send it off for now.
You want to send it off for now? All right. Well,
Maybe at the end of this week or something,
mhm.
another episode.
There will
will
be
come from
more.
the beach or
Yeah,
something.
maybe
maybe
we'll
that
have
one-
another episode.
Maybe we could do that one inside the hotel at like 11 or something.
Or like just some random, I don't know, just somewhere where we're just sitting in the same spot. I don't know. We like to do random stuff, and it's definitely fun.
Oh, one more thing. Now, this won't be uploaded the day it's getting recorded, but the Hot Motley, which we could definitely send a community post, which don't bank on that, but potentially, will be posted today.
Maybe, probably,
It should be.
should be.
Should be. Today or tomorrow for sure, but hopefully today.
Hot Motley's our other thing we got on this channel.
Yeah, we
It's
wanted to talk
done.
about that real quick.
Unedited up. It just needs to be uploaded, and my phone does not want to cooperate. But
Let's
hey.
close it off by actually talking about Hot Motley. Like, just I know we're talking about it, but like,
Yeah.
Hot Motley. We actually looked it up. Motley is like, I forget exactly, but it's like a combination
it's just random,
of just random things.
stuff, random garbage.
And obviously, it's hot because it's just like, it's just hot garbage.
Yeah.
Is the way we're looking at it.
Yeah.
And you'll see that it is 36 minutes of straight chaotic mayhem. I'd like to put out there right now that it isn't too family friendly.
It isn't. Don't let your kids watch that one. We do
Yeah.
curse. We say some random stuff.
Yeah, you really don't know what you're gonna get.
You really
Seriously,
don't know.
you really don't.
And
It
the whole
is
the whole
completely
fun
different from
the
this.
whole fun with Hot Motley is that it is literally probably going to be the complete opposite of this for most of it.
Yeah.
But it's kind of like in the way that it's random. One episode you might have us just literally doing how we did random stuff, or like one episode can just us literally be like a whole like short film or something stupid. Like,
Yeah. It is
literally
once
just
again hot
something
random
random.
garbage.
and the whole
Or sorry,
thing-
hot randomness. It's not garbage, but it's hot randomness.
Yeah. not garbage. The staple of that though is that it's literally just random stuff. That's the only, what do you call it? Continuity throughout the whole thing.
Yes.
And so we hope you enjoy both shows and you can find some love in both of them.
And maybe one day we'll make something else.
Mhm.
But for now, That should be the two things. And once again, the podcast will still come out weekly. We'll have to figure out and tell you guys for the 3 weeks I'll be gone how that's gonna work. I don't really know. Yeah,
We'll
definitely.
keep you posted.
At the end of the maybe at the end of we're gonna make an episode sometime between now and July 1st that discusses what we're gonna do. Like maybe just make like a hot molly, like a lot of it, or just make like a extra random podcast, or
He's
just
gonna be
something.
gone for that month.
And we definitely want to put something out that 3 weeks, but we don't want to put out like 3 rushed podcasts that we recorded in the span of like 3 days.
Yeah.
Is the way we're looking at this.
It's been good. We enjoyed this podcast. We hope you did too. It's been fun. And the next one,
And we get a proper ending to this one.
we do get a proper ending.
At
Next
the
one
beach.
might also be here
With
at
a
the
boat.
beach. Different location though. So we're not really sure. Right, next one might be here.
Yeah, it might be.
Hey,
Might be further
Go
down the
for it.
beach. Might be in the hotel room where we don't get burned up. Or not in the hotel room, but in the hotel.
Mhm.
We'll have
Hey,
to
but-
have some nice drinks.
we'll see then. This has been Long Story Short. And
Episode number 2.
episode number 2,
Beach edition.
Beach Edition.
This one will be called Beach edition.
Yes, Beach Edition. We need to think of something to end it, like every time.
Every time.
Mhm.
What's something we could do? What if we ran and dive or something? Guys, this has been Long Story Short. Stay long, but also stay short. Now, what about I got it, guys. This is Long Story Short. Keep your imagination wide. Keep it long. Keep your explanation short. We'll figure this out one day. We'll figure it out.
Live long.
Stay salty, and we hope you guys have an amazing day, an amazing weekend. Stay tuned for the hot molly that will be coming out sometime tonight.
Had an
And
amazing
we
weekend.
want you to enjoy.
It's currently Sunday.
It is. We will finish this off
Crypt yourself there,
by
but
showing off
keep it going. No, keep it same. Keep it down. What are you
the whole
doing?
9. Guys,
What's going on?
this has been
I guess
Long
he's
Story Short
filming
Part 2.
things. You look like that girl.